Friday. For today's Friday Freestyle episode, we have more to learn about American Sign Language. And today we're actually going to tell a story, Cecil the Caterpillar. Now you may be familiar with this story, but for those that aren't, Cecil's a caterpillar that loves to eat, and he loves to eat trees. Although in some versions it's cabbages, it's some other kind of food, but for us today, it's going to be trees. And Cecil eats and eats and eats, and he grows to be a humongous caterpillar. And then he shrinks, because eating all of those trees doesn't make him feel very good in the end. This is a fun and quick, easy story to learn. I actually learned this when I was in 5th grade, and I have kept it in my back pocket over the years because it's just so fun to do, and it's a fun thing to be able to do as an artist and a storyteller. So, without further ado, all you need are your hands and your brains, and let's get started on learning Cecil the Caterpillar. So, to start, we start with Cecil, our main character. Instead of spelling out C-E-C-I-L every time that you say his name, though, we're going to use the abbreviated Cecil. It's like a C, but we curve the back of our hand inward like a mouth. That makes sense because Cecil in this story does a lot of eating. Now, Cecil is a caterpillar. Take your index finger, and with your opposite arm, you're going to inch your index finger along like a caterpillar on a log or a branch. So the first part of the story goes, Cecil was a caterpillar. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. And that's really the main part that you need to know because we repeat it over and over. So you go, Cecil was a caterpillar. For last time, you're going to go over your shoulder, last, and then point to your imaginary wristwatch for time. I, point to yourself. Saw, you're going to hold up like a peace sign, and then dab your middle finger right below your eye. Saw. Cecil. He was this big. Again, this is an abbreviated version, so we're going to just go like this. He was this big. So what's that whole phrase? Cecil was a caterpillar. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. In the next part you say, and I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? So point yourself for I. For said, you're going to tap right below your mouth twice. Said, Cecil, again. What, like we would do in real life, what have you been eating? And I pinch my fingers together right on my bottom lip. Eating. Cecil said, I've been eating, see the same vocabulary. Cecil said, I've been eating one tree. I always like the sign for tree. You have your bottom hand on your elbow, and then your top hand shakes like this. Tree. So that whole thing was, Cecil said, I've been eating one tree. And then we finish out the whole phrase or part of the story with, and I said, whoa, Cecil. I said, and there's two ways to do whoa. I learned it this way. Whoa, Cecil. I think that was for more like theatrical effect. You can also do it this way. You take your middle finger and you flick it against your thumb like this. With a surprised face. Whoa, Cecil. So you can do it either way. I'm going to do it this way. I like that one. And then we go back to the beginning. Cecil was a caterpillar. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. And Cecil keeps getting bigger. He's this big now. That's pretty big. He was here, and now he's here. I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? And Cecil said, I've been eating 2 trees. I said, whoa, Cecil. See what we're building here? One more time. Cecil was a caterpillar. The last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? Cecil said, I've been eating 3 trees. I said, whoa, Cecil. Last time. Cecil was a caterpillar. The last time I saw Cecil, and now Cecil shrinks. He was this big. And you're worried now. I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? Cecil said, I've been sick. So for sick, you're going to take a nice wide hand. Your thumb is going to go to your mouth. You can just hover right over your mouth. And then your fingers spiral down this way. And the way that we originally learned it, again for a slightly more theatrical effect, was we took one hand and then the other met it like this, and we went this way. Because he's super sick. He's been eating all of that food, and that's not sitting too well with him now. And that's the whole story. That's the whole Cecil was a caterpillar story. Ready to put it together? Cecil was a caterpillar. And the last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? And Cecil said, I've been eating one tree. I said, whoa, Cecil. Cecil was a caterpillar. And the last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? And Cecil said, I've been eating 2 trees. I said, whoa, Cecil. Cecil was a caterpillar. And the last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. And I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? And Cecil said, I've been eating 3 trees. I said, whoa, Cecil. Cecil was a caterpillar. And the last time I saw Cecil, he was this big. I said, Cecil, what have you been eating? And Cecil said, I've been sick. The end. Thank you so much for joining me today, Morning Movers. Unfortunately, it's time for me to go. But I will see you next week for more Morning Movers content. As always, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and stay creative. And hey, if you come up with any of your own sign language stories or want to share your rendition of Cecil the Caterpillar, feel free to email us at fjtheater@cityoфevanston.org or drop them in our comment section below and we will share them next week. Until we meet again, stay safe and stay creative. Bye!